Hey guys, welcome to my One Shot Wonder channel. I'm Lizzie, the loudmouth lesbian, and you're watching The Safe Place. Hey guys, in today's video, I am going to be talking about how I came out. So if that isn't your kind of topic, or you're not interested in listening to LGBTQ community themed videos, then you can go ahead and skedaddle, and I will be posting a video soon. If not, stay tuned. Welcome to Life as a Lesbian. This is my story on how I came out. So I first realized in the 6th grade that I was interested in women, but I didn't necessarily know what it meant, and I was afraid of that because I knew the stigma around it. You know, I wasn't necessarily as informed as I am now, but I knew that there was stigma around it and that it wasn't a widely accepted thing. But I knew that I liked girls. So I hid it, and I pushed it away for a while. I kept it, you know, hidden in a little closet, for lack of a better metaphor. So I hid it, and I continued to live my life as a heterosexual child. And I experimented with boys. I dated boys. I never liked it. It was like a companionship, for lack of better words. But I never enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed being with a girl. I never did. And that's how I knew that I didn't like it. In the 8th grade, I knew that I didn't like men like I liked women. And then I got into freshman year, and I pretty much stayed away from romantic relationships at all. I did tell, you know, some close friends, but past that, it was nothing more. I still wasn't comfortable with who I was, and it's completely okay to not be comfortable with who you are. You have to grow into that. You have to convince yourself that who you are is okay, because it wasn't the way that I was raised. And I was terrified to tell anybody. I did not know what would happen. I didn't know how my life would change, especially once I was fully out. I was scared of the consequences that could come from that, and it was frightening. But I got into high school, and I still hid it. I still did, and I couldn't help it. I was afraid of who I was. So freshman year, I told some of my closest friends. Unfortunately, I had been outed by a member of my family, and I managed to convince my parents that I was straight. And that was probably the worst mistake of my entire life. So I convinced my parents my freshman year that I was straight, that I only liked men. I don't know why I did this. I think I was afraid of how my family would react. I didn't want my entire family to know I wasn't ready for that. I had to come to it on my own time. Everybody does. Some people are ready to tell the world, and some people aren't, and I was not to that point. So I didn't come out for my own personal reasons. You know, I had some, of course, you know, well reserved anxiety. Over the next 2 years, you know, I slowly came out to more people. I slowly came out to more and more of my family. The last people that I came out to with, unfortunately, was my immediate family. And I just recently did that back in September of 2018. I wish that I would have came out to them sooner. I wish that I would have had the confidence. But I was afraid of disappointing my family. You know, disappointing your friends and your peers. They don't, you know, what they really want in the end doesn't matter. If they want you to be straight, that's not any of their business. And I truly stand by that. I stand by the fact that if somebody has a problem with it, just don't have them in your life, even if it's family. So the difference between being in the closet and being out and open are astronomically far apart in the correct direction. And I'm extremely happy that I did come out and that I'm open and happy with who I am. But it didn't make the fear any less, and it's still a little nerve-wracking to mention to somebody that I'm gay, I'm into women, I'm lesbian, sue me. But it is a little scary, even out in the open with all of my family, because you never know how somebody's gonna react. You don't know if somebody's gonna have a good reaction, a bad reaction, or not care. And it's scary to come out. It was scary for me. Wasn't sure how anybody was gonna react. Even when I came out to Lantea, I was afraid because she was one of the most important people in my life, and when I came out to her, I was afraid that that was going to change. And you will always be afraid that it's going to change a relationship. No matter if you've been friends with somebody for 5 years and they don't know, or if you've been friends with them for 3 months and you decide to tell them, it's always going to change something. Even when I came to college, I had a problem with somebody knowing that I was a lesbian. I actually had my first roommate switch out of my dorm room because I was a lesbian. And that hurt my feelings. It did, and it shouldn't have, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks of you. Nobody can put a bad label on you. Nobody can tattoo disgusting to your skin. You allow somebody to label you as disgusting. You accept that term and force it on yourself. You let somebody bother you, but you shouldn't, because it's who you are, and you shouldn't hide from it. You shouldn't feel safer hiding who you really are. I'm sorry that that's the way that it is, and I completely understand. There is a little more to my story, and I will get to each experience later on in my segment. I'm proud of who I am.